what time it is, buddy?
Fever time.
Yeah, man!
Fire.
Everything that you carry, any luggage you take, all the ghosts you keep in hiding, they don't scare me away. No, 'cause I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you. There's a past that keeps on calling, or if fear keeps you awake. I won't let a scar keep me from your lips. I catch every tear from your face. 'Cause I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you. I can't stop falling in love with you. I won't stop falling in love with you. I can't stop falling in love with you, with you.
What is up, everyone? Happy Saturday to you all. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Tonight, we're going to hang out, play some games, and talk about some awesome things, like what my special guest, Mr. Billy PowerMax, has an awesome book for us to check out, which will be coming out when is it released? When is it going to be released?
I think we're going to launch next month.
Next month. Nice. So not too long. We're going to check it out. Got some things to show off for you guys. Going to tell us about it. I'm going to attempt to interview him and, do something that people do that I don't really do. Dana does it a lot better than me. But we're going to work our way through it either way. So welcome, everyone, and welcome, Mr. Billy. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. Been in the chat for a while. Been talking to him in chats. Hadn't really spoken in person, so to speak. But we have him here tonight, guys, and I'm excited to dive into it and see what your book is all about. I know we kind of showed off a little trailer. I think you gave me, a week or so ago?
Yes. Dark Gift released the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
Last month. Late last month. So
Nice. So let's see. Where do we want to dive first? I'm trying to think of what to pull up first. I'll pull up the images first, and then we'll pull up the site as well. 'Cause I know it's this. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this in the chat too. Copy and paste, because I didn't put that link in the description yet. All right, and this is Dark Gift site is the one that you'll be able to actually get it from.
yes, there's a sign up page already where you can sign up and get freebies. We're talking. We want to give away a lot of stuff with this book. We're talking about even creating a card game to go along with it.
Nice.
So we're definitely going to do trading cards. I love comic book trading cards. They're like I have like tons of Marvel and DC trading cards. They're like a passion of mine. So we're definitely going to try to make as many cards as we can for this book.
Nice.
Possibly a cosplay cover with a model that we've used for Joan of Arc, which is one of the characters in the book. She's going to add, we actually have that's cover A that you're seeing right there. We're going to have a cover B that's going to be a cosplay cover. We got a really nice model for Joan of Arc.
And let's see, is that?
Yes, that is our fictitious Joan of Arc in our book. We went with a blonde Joan of Arc. Typically, Joan of Arc was, French, darker.
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of brown, but
yes. So we went. What I wanted to do, because this is we kind of took some liberties with what happened to her,
right?
Because in my book, she goes to purgatory and comes back.
Oh, okay.
With death's sickle.
And this is, matter of fact, all right, so let's go back a little. So I wanted to go back to the cover and see. So, last days of the bad moon. So, and I think it said something like this was set after World War III.
Yes. A lot of stuff has happened. World War III has happened. An alien invasion has happened. A new world order has happened. And the earth is reshifted. And so basically the bad moon is in his universe. He was a C-list character, maybe more, maybe close to B-list. The big guns, the big bats, the mega superheroes, they all died during World War III. They were taken out. If they didn't die during World War III, when the alien invasion hit, they died then. And so you've got a few of the B-list and C-list characters survived. And they don't live inside the cities. They live inside like small tribes in the wilderness, like kind of like Robin Hood almost.
Okay, yeah.
The cities are you have to have like social credit. You have to have like you have to fit a certain. You have to be you have to be verified to live in a city now.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you have to be.
Oh god, it kind of reminds me of what was that? Not like kind of the same thing, but maybe where they were like time was one of the ways that you stayed alive, but you kind of were stuck in your sector.
Yes,
I know it's not quite the same, but it kind of gave me that. I kind of thought of that. I was like, oh yeah, that sucks. Like you can't even like leave. You're kind of just stuck there unless you are able to somehow move up the chain, which is like damn near impossible.
Yeah, you have to have this mark and this chip to live in cities. Within this world, like California's gone, large portion of Canada's gone, Florida's gone, because of the Earth reshifting. And this is where this is the character, the Bad Moon here, where he lives is in a small place in Georgia, that's right next to what's called New Hollywood.
Which makes sense because, like, if you think about how Georgia is now, that is kind of like the New Hollywood. Yes.
And so basically, New Hollywood is Hollywood still exists within this New World Order and within this universe. All of Hollywood are vampires now.
Oh shit! Well, that actually makes sense too. Yes, that I would suspect all the vampires would live in California.
Well, California's gone. They live in what's called New Hollywood.
Well, no, I know. It makes sense for them to be.
And all of them are vampires now. They still make movies.
All right.
They still make entertainment. Of course, it's got to be approved by the Anunnaki and the New World Order that exist within this book. And so, if you can go back, these are cool characters here. So basically, what you're seeing here is a ship. That ship that's up there is called a Queen SJW battleship. It's shaped like a fat woman with blue hair.
Can you see the hair and like the eyes?
And
the mouth. Yeah,
those are Queen. This ship has actually been hijacked by heroes. If you see here, that boy, that's called Church Boy. To the left is Belch Man, and that's Killer Nun, right there. So go back to the cover. I'll show you like what they fly out of. So you have like these right here are these soy bots. So in the New World Order is police like any other new government. They have their foot soldiers. Those are what's called soy bots. They're systemic oppression yielders. And what they do is they fly around looking for what they consider to be systemic oppression. And they make it yield to their authority. And, so they're called soy. They're soy bots.
Yeah.
And so what they do is, if you go back to the Queen SJW ship, you see like in the corner right there, there's the ships that look like fat ladies with blue and red hair.
Right.
So the soy bots actually fly out of the butthole.
It's fucked up.
Of the Queen SJW ships. And they fly around cities and they look for people that aren't obeying the New World Order rules. Are people that are causing systemic oppression, or what they consider, yes, to be, and they'll take them and they'll throw them in camps and whatnot, or they'll execute them or throw them out of the city,
as they would. That tracks.
Yes. And you'll see over here we got lizard. Like the famous lizard people are in this thing.
Yeah, because you said something about like aliens and stuff, right? Too.
Yes.
Is that what the aliens are? Are they lizard people?
Yes, those are lizard people. The Anunnaki have come back and they've taken control. And
I do have a question though,
sure.
and my viewers may want to know, because we talk about like lizard people and aliens all the time. Where did they hail from? They come from the moon?
They come from the constellation of Taurus near Aldebaran.
Damn it! We're gonna prove, guys, that the lizard people came from the moon one day.
Yes,
we will prove it.
Well, there's a whole thing about Aldebaran and the constellation of Taurus. There's a deep rabbit hole you can go down. About that. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Real Society.
I imagine yes, and I don't know if I've heard of that Real Society. Which Real Society are we talking about? There's a lot of different ones out there.
Well, they were a cult that were made of these oracles that claimed that they would go into trance, and these were village women. Okay, mind you, they were not educated women, and they would go into trance and start just writing and scrubbing in languages that no one could understand. And when they finally were able to translate it, it was written in ancient Samaritan. And they were claimed to be in contact with aliens or spirits or whatever. I might have the story a little bit. I'm kind of on the story, but I might have a few details off. But the aliens that they were in communication with told them that their people came from the constellation of Taurus, from Aldebaran, which is in the constellation of Taurus.
Oh, nice.
Civilizations in Atlantis and Samaria.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that. I like it. And real quick, what's up, Carl D? Welcome, hun. Sorry, guys. I had my pictures up. And what's up, Unhinged? Eating some boneless wings. Nice.
That is what the weekend is for, my friend.
Nice. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. Yeah, what are you guys doing for the weekend? My plans are to hang out with you guys and Mr. Billy.
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, so the soy bots come out of the butthole of the Queen SJW.
They're fucked up.
It's not meant to be funny, though. That's the thing.
I know. I can't help it. I'm a child. You know this.
See, if you can zoom in on the soy bots, these are the soy soldiers.
Yeah.
Those are the soy soldiers. And like they'll go and like, you are in violation. You are causing systemic oppression. You are a colonizer. You will be put in a camp. You are in violation of the New World Order.
Right.
You have national and American pride, and they'll take anything like that, just like put you in a camp. Yes, so systemic oppression yielders. And you go up, and those are the ships. They fly out of the butthole of the ship.
Are you telling me it's not supposed to be funny? But how in the hell do you expect? You know me better than anybody. You've listened to my stream. You know I'm gonna laugh, and it's not. I'm not trying to be. I'm just a child.
You
tell me not to laugh at that. Carl's probably already laughing.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I took it very serious when I created it.
No, it is serious. I'm a kid. I think everything is funny.
if anybody thinks that it's funny that the rectile part of a ship that
well, it's more the way
robot
you're saying it. I mean, you can just be like, yeah, it's just you're saying these are bad guys, right?
the soy bots are bad guys, yes.
Right, and they're coming out of this fat chick's butthole.
Well, unless you are a communist or a socialist, you might think they're good guys.
Wait, I'm so wait. You said yeah, they're bad guys. So if they're coming out of the butthole of the ship,
Yes, that's what they come out of the rectile part of the ship.
and they're pieces of shit, right? Because they're bad guys.
Well, that's just where they come out from. They do they're the Queen SJW ships. They're warships,
Right.
And the soy bots are they're systemic oppression units.
Thank you. See, Unhinged understands. It's not. I'm not. I wouldn't be laughing. You're like, well, they, if they just come out of the ship, like that's where they come. It's your phrasing.
Okay. That is my fault then. Unhinged. We'll use the ejectile.
Because like that's not like for them to come out of the backside of the ship like that is not unheard of. Because ships, that's where you would depart from. I mean, when that's normal. It's your wording that's making me. I'm a child. You can't use the word butthole and bad guys coming out of the back of a fat lady's butthole. That's funny. It's not that the ship itself or the idea of like how they're coming out of it. Like that's funny. It's the phrasing.
Okay, well that's my fault then. Let's use this. Let's say the ejectile erectile part of the spaceship.
What is somebody who is in military? What is it called when you depart from the back of the ship? What is that exactly called? There's got to be a term for the hatch. Yes. So when they eject from the hatch and depart from the back of the ship, just in the back of the ship. Yeah, that sounds better. Because then I can't help it. You can't say butthole, and you call the ship a fat lady, and you said butthole, and then these guys are bad guys that are coming out of the butthole of a fat lady.
They're soy bots, yes. Systemic oppression yielders.
But I'm saying you're saying they're like essentially the bad guys in the book, and it just. In my head, with the phrasing, it was funny. I'm sorry.
Well, that's my fault. I didn't mean to be funny. Because I take this stuff very serious because it also deals with CERN, and the Mandela effect, which is a very creepy and troubling thing.
Oh, no, it's very creepy. We talked about that before on my channel. And actually, Dana's pretty much, I've ruined her whole entire childhood with the Mandela effect.
With the Mandela, yes. The Mandela effect is
What's up, Jen? EJ,
hey, Jen.
Welcome.
Wicks childhood voices. Hey, EJ Wicks childhood. Hey, Wicks.
Welcome.
And Carl D and Jen the teacher.
Yes, she is our resident teacher.
Excellent. Well, this is something that you can teach in schools because you definitely want to teach your students about CERN and how to avoid complications from the Mandela effect.
Yeah, we talked about that particularly too when we did the TV show Evil. They delved into the black holes that are created from the particle accelerator, which they created their own and on Long Island, which it was not real one, but for the storyline. And yeah, that was fun. Evil was fun because they delved into a lot of that stuff. Essentially, even the company that they were running, the demons, we compared it to BlackRock and some of these other companies.
BlackRock, we know about BlackRock. Okay.
Yes, we do. We don't say the name you get like 3 of them. You can say it like 3 times.
Well, let's not do that then.
We already said it twice.
Okay.
You have to be real careful. And I'm joking and not joking at the same time.
Yes, I understand. So hey, great gold win.
What's up, hon?
Hell, brother. So
yeah, we do, and these topics are very serious. And I apologize. The seriousness of this is not lost on me. I'm horrible with phrasing.
So let's do it this way then, okay? All right. So you have the ship, okay, and it wasn't on purpose. It's just the way we designed it. The ship does look like a fat lady that's probably into social justice. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? It was a mistake, but we done made it, so we couldn't do nothing about it. The ship does look like a fat lady with blue hair that is into social justice. It was an accident, okay? And so we have the soy bots, which I didn't know because I wanted them to stand for systemic oppression yielder. All right, so I didn't know it was like soy and soy boy. That's my fault. That's a mistake too. That was not on purpose. And they are systemic oppression yielders, and they do fly out the ejectile part of the rear of the Queen SJ of the ship that looks like a Queen SJW.
Mm-hmm.
And they do go out and they enforce
Their authority.
The authority of the New World Order. Yes.
And you don't respect it, they gonna what? Throw you off?
Yeah, you'll be put in a re-education camp.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna learn.
Yes. Yeah. So you got to obey the New World Order within this book. And so the character, the Bad Moon, is going through some stuff here. He's going through the Mandela effect. He's not quite sure. So basically, what this character is going through is kind of horrific. He's kind of a funny character, but he's also, what he's going through is pretty wild. Because just imagine that one day, you're going through your troubles, you're going through the things you're going through, and then boom, all of a sudden you have like memories of people you've never met, people that you've known and loved and lost, and you never knew them, but now you have all these memories and feelings,
right,
and experiences that you didn't even go through. This is kind of the thing that this character is going through within this book. And up there you have Madam Bomb, which is another cool character that we have. Madam Bomb has those gauntlets, and she is radioactive. She has to keep those on at all times. If she does not, that's what contains her radiation. And as she takes like damage, as she's inflicted with any kind of like force whatsoever, the gauntlets grow in power and are more powerful. She can punch through walls, bricks, anything like that as she takes damage on. And of course, that's Joan of Arc, which is a character within the book that's based on the real character Joan of Arc. Church Boy and Killer Nun. Killer Nun has the power of hellfire.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice. I like fire.
Yes. And right under Killer Nun is one of the bad guys we have. That's General Knight. And he's doing some really bad things in the book. He's enforcing the rule of the Anunnaki and the New World Order in this book.
So he's sort of like over when they're sending the ships out and everything.
He tells everybody what to do and they do it.
There you go.
Yes. Yes. And so, and like I said, so CERN is a big topic of this because some of the characters are going through CERN portals in this. And so basically I wanted to create a world where it's kind of like ancient times meet alien astronaut theory halfway. Kind of, you might see some gods walking around.
Oh,
within this disturbing utopia.
Okay.
This is the utopia that the far left. This is the one they wanted. They've got it. The utopia they wanted, where there's complete New World Order control. You don't own nothing. You have nothing. You don't even own your kids. This is their world.
Mm-hmm.
Who is hey, Jen, the teacher. Who is the girl in the back with the fire wings? No, that is not Joan of Arc. That is Killer Nun. She has the her character is Rachel Wells. She was an orphan that was taken in before the World War III started. She was taken in by a robot priest, and in a church, and he raised her, and she developed. He helped her control her powers. The hellfire works on the guilty and the sinful, and she can direct those. She can wave them wings and unleash a lot of vengeance on it, on the evildoers.
Yeah, and this was Joan of Arc.
That is Joan of Arc. Yes. So in our story,
look at that. Look, she got a nice.
That is Death's sickle.
It's nice.
As long as she has Death's sickle, she's able to stay in the realm of the living.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she has to be connected to it. So in our book, so I wanted to go with a very fictionalized Joan of Arc, and that's what the reason we gave her blonde hair. Because if you go online, you can actually find images with fan fiction images or paintings. You can find some of Joan of Arc with blonde hair. And I wanted to go with this fictionalized size because we take some liberties. We take a ton of liberties. What am I talking about? Joan of Arc.
That's what even with other comic books they usually do that.
So Joan of Arc goes
Thor was what, red hair originally, they made him blonde.
Yeah, she goes to purgatory and she meets death. And she beats death and steals his sickle and comes back to the land of living. And she's been with the land. She's been with the living ever since, under assumed names, under aliases.
Right.
She has worked with the government at times. She's been a part of some old superhero teams.
Nice. Look, Jen says she might have to go as the nun with Hellfire for Comic-Con at New York this year.
Nice. That'd be awesome.
She's going to be taking. Yep, she's already getting into it. Look, she's liking the art.
Yes, that is Rachel. Rachel is a cool character. Rachel will be seen in the Madam Bomb book when I'm done writing it and it's drawn. Madam Bomb gets taken in by the Preacher Bot's church. He's a robot. He's a Catholic robot priest. So,
okay.
And he's raised. That's Church Boy, and that's Church Boy, and that's Rachel, the killer nun. And Madam Bomb,
these two together.
Madam Bomb is an interesting character because, Jen, sign up on Dark Gifts channel.
We're gonna actually show off the. Matter of fact, let me pin. I gotta go to YouTube to pin that. Try and copy and paste it. Yeah, we're gonna show the website off, and then I'm gonna get the link again, and I'll go ahead and post it again for you guys. Sorry, I meant to pin it. I gotta go back to YouTube site and do that. Copy paste.
So I'm gonna fluctuate. I'm gonna give Rachel a lot of time. In the Madam Bomb book, Rachel will be Rachel, Killer Nun, Church Boy, and Madam Bomb, and a character that's not in this world because he's not around for reasons that I won't go into until later on. Killer robot. The robot priest will not be in this book, but he's the one. A robot priest raised them.
Oh, okay.
I like the idea of a robot priest, because the robots have souls. How does a robot have faith? Madam Bomb's a great character because she was an actress. She was an actress that was trying to get a role, and she was taken advantage of and left for dead at a nuclear site, and then saved by a robot priest.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh, awesome, Jen.
Hollywood did her dirty.
Oh, as it does.
And she might have to get her revenge.
I would hope so. I mean, you're touching on a lot of things that people talk about. Maybe not. I actually become more mainstream now than what they used to be. But yeah, a lot of stuff like what goes on in Hollywood. Be nice to see someone, kick back a little bit.
Yeah, she was beaten and left for dead by a Hollywood executive.
That's
she
horrible.
Was an aspiring young actress that wanted nothing more to be an actress.
And it's sad because that sounds like stories to a degree that you would hear all the time about what happens.
But she survived. Yeah, she survived and came back with powers.
Nice.
She's a beautiful actress. The tragedy is she can't take them gauntlets off. She has a special contamination room that was built for her by the robot priest that she can go into, but that's the only time she can come out without the gauntlets. She has to have those on, or she's gonna destroy a lot of things that are anywhere near her if they come
right
on.
Let's see. I think I have some other ones too. Let's see what else we got. And we talked about that and her, and that's just I just them together.
They have a history, yes. Madam Bomb and the Bad Moon have a history together.
Oh, so there's a little love story there too. You get a little bit of everything.
Yes, you'll find that out. That's an artist named Pete Vasquez drew that. He's a good artist.
Nice.
I originally wanted the gauntlets were supposed to be heavy. When she's charged and like she's taking damage, she's powered the gauntlet. She's getting energized and she can swing the gauntlets at will. When she's not and she's relaxed and things are like bricks on her body. So I originally wanted Pete. I'm like, Pete, the gloves are supposed to be hanging down. He's like, they're supposed to be hanging down. He's like, I already drew it up. I was like, well, then I explained to him when she's energized, and that's when the gauntlets get charged. It's like, well, maybe Bad Moon kissing her is making the glove go up. Like, okay,
right? We'll go with that, right? She's getting charged up from the kiss.
Yeah. Yes, I wanted both the gloves to be hanging, but he ended up drawing it up, so we just kept it. He's a good artist. He's really good with. I like what he does with colors. He's really good with that.
Nice.
Pete's a good guy. Pete did that as well. I like the green background. I want to get in touch with Pete. Pete might do some more trading cards for us. Yeah, but nice. that is Joan of Arc in our book. That is
them jumping out of the lady ship. I'm gonna call her a lady ship because she's still a nice lady, supposedly. I know she's for the bad guys, but somebody may still like her.
Yes, that is the Queen SJW ship. That is Killer Nun, Church Boy, and Belchman. Belchman is lucky you think he has sonic belches. He can cause a lot of stuff with.
That's gotta, I would imagine.
A little bit of stomach and chest gas. He can cause a lot of damage, and that's the Bad Moon there.
Got a nice blade.
Yes. Yes, the Bad Moon's origins are Celtic, in origin. There's a whole backstory that we're going into in issue 2, which I don't mind talking about now because it's not really, because we're going to do some character bios. But basically, it's Celtic. He's a Celtic knight. When they started the origins of Halloween back in Celtic times, they only evil that they Druid priest unleashed an evil that cannot be contained. So Merlin had to get some knights and take some of the bravest men and knight them and give them certain powers to combat this evil that cannot be contained. So this character, his name is William Rockwise. His lineage goes back to that.
Okay. Then I know I'm going to show off the site as well. Let me see. What's up, baby Clay? Welcome, hun. Hope you're having an awesome weekend.
Baby Clay, what's going on?
All right. Let's see. Do everything right. All right. I'm going to try to make this bigger as well. I'm going to stop for a second. Chill out. Oh, why is it not going to let me do full screen? What is it telling me no for? Let me do it earlier. Why is it being like that? That's not being very nice. It let me do things earlier. It's not letting me do now. Right. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Dang it. Dang it. Well, we're going to figure this out in just a second. But this is the site, folks, that you can go to. I do have the link in the chat, and I'll repost it again if needed. Yep, here it is. There is the link, and I'm going to figure out a way to play that trailer a little bit better in just a second because I know I did it a minute ago before I started streaming.
I got to say, so the artwork in this book, Pete Vasquez did some work for the concept art and some of the images I got on Instagram and whatnot for the book. This book was drawn by Bowcat Studios, Stephen Brown. Great artist. I enjoyed working with him. Like I would tell him he would have like an idea, and then I would tell him like, no, it's this way for that, and he would like get it. Like he would just completely get it. Like I would tell him what's going on and what's happening. He understood like completely like in sync. And I think
And that's always good to have, like, with an artist or something, or anybody you're working with, that you just understand what the vision is and each other can kind of communicate without even communicating.
Yeah, Stephen Brown was great to work with. I think the more messed up stuff I gave him to draw, the happier he was.
Nice.
Yeah. It was like, I was like, well, Stephen, you can go a little crazy here. You can. It's supposed to be. You can make this as insane as you want to. It's like, I can. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Right.
And then he would show me. I'm like, oh God, what did you draw, Stephen?
Nice. Great Gold says, I like that you use Arthurian mythology.
Oh, thank you, Great Gold. Yes. It's going to get a little wild to basically. I don't know if anybody ever studied the Canaanites. The Canaanites had a certain god that they worshipped, and this god is around in issue 2, and will be he's walking the earth, and he actually runs New Hollywood in the sequel. So what I wanted to do too. So this is a self-contained story within a story. So so this arc is going to be 3 issues. Like I said earlier, that me and Dartgift are building a bigger universe of continuous stories, continuous characters. So we this arc is going to run for about 3 issues, but the 3 issues are self-contained stories. Like you're going to get a full story. You're going to get your bang for your buck with this book.
Nice.
And then they will be connected into the next and the next. Even into the next. Thank you, Jen the teacher. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Jen the teacher, always coming through.
Make sure you get some nice trading cards to go with this book. This is what we're going to do.
And apparently it's unavailable for me to be. I checked to make sure it wasn't just because I was sharing it and I fucked something up. I don't know how to do that thing where you tab or something and it makes everything bigger. But I'll still play it.
Yeah, play it. Maybe they can zoom in or check it out.
Why is it? Okay. There you have it, coming soon.
Thanks. Yeah, that is the teaser. We'll have a different trailer coming soon, but pretty pleased with the teaser. Kate and Orlando.
Oh, what is up, Miss Kate? Thank you, Miss Kate. I love you so much. Thank you for the $10. And we got, if I can find it, we got a little something for you.
Welcome to the fever dream. Fever, you're on fire. Welcome to the burning desire. I said fever, join the party. We're burning all through the night.
Thank you again, hun, for the $10. We most appreciate it. And we hope you're having an awesome weekend.
Kate and Orlando is awesome. Always love chats.
This is my bestie.
Yes, bestie.
Oh, yeah. We have coffee often in the mornings.
Yeah.
We're turning into the Golden Girls. She doesn't like it, but I said it.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm glad you played it. So when I wrote... So, little background into me, which is I unfortunately was growing up as a kid. I was raised in a cult. I've been verbal about it before, so it's not something that I don't mind talking about. But I was raised in a doomsday cult.
Shit, man.
So as a kid, I was shown like horrific images of the end of the world, of mass destruction, like just horrible things happening to people. And basically, I was told that if you did not obey the leaders of this cult, that this is what will happen to you. They did this to like everybody in the cult. And so basically, I think some of these images have stuck with me.
Right.
I think they've been ingrained, and I think sometimes, I think some of them have come out in the book. I'm not gonna lie, but not in the way like, kind of like in an entertaining way, probably.
Right. Well, it makes sense. I mean, art usually, at least to some form, comes from our experience in life. So for you to have gone through that and then to take it and try to, even if you're just using part of it, just to get that out, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. But so as I got older, of course I left. So.
Well, yeah.
But the books, you'll definitely see some of that probably dystopian nightmare that was
right
shown to me. But it's also the dystopian nightmare because like the people who live in the cities and have the social credit, that have the chip and have the mark, it's not a nightmare to them. It's their utopia. It's the one they wanted, the one they battled for, the one that they wanted to, from the ashes of the old, the new. As they say, in this world you will have nothing, own nothing, and you'll be happy. This is the world they've built. And I've always said, because I get on a lot of political science channels, and I listen to people who I don't agree with, because it's important to listen to people you don't agree with.
Right.
If you don't know what they believe and what they're thinking, you don't know. Whether you want to agree with them, whether you want to feel some kind of way about them, you should know what they believe and how they think. And I've always said the worst thing that can happen to like these people like Antifa and whatnot, the worst thing that can happen is they get their utopia.
Right.
That's going to be the worst thing that can happen to them, as they get their utopia. And in this book, they have their utopia.
And it's not as fun as they think.
No. Well, I mean, maybe some, but
well, I mean, for the few,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like it is for the many.
Well, it's kind of like what's the story about the men in the cave that have always lived in the cave? That unaware of the outside.
You
don't know what you're not missing,
right? When you live in that bubble. Yeah. What's up, Miss Vic? Welcome, hon.
Hey, Vic. How are you?
And Miss Kate, I hope you are having fun at the park. I know you're working. Don't work too hard. Don't get too hot. Stay cool and hydrated.
Kate at the park.
Oh, yeah. She is working. She's down south, working hard at the mud park.
Right on.
Take pretty pictures for me of nature. Yeah, she gets to see all kinds of stuff. Alligators, deer, all kinds of birds out there. Look, they sing for her every morning because I hear them when we have coffee.
Okay. Cool. So, she'll be like whistling, and like the birds and the deer will come out when Kate arrives.
She doesn't even have to whistle. She's literally like, you have to act like, I kid you not. She's sitting out there having coffee and we're just talking, and a deer will just come out of the clearing.
I believe that. I believe it.
They do. Yeah, they do. They just come straight out the clearing, and then she'll call to them. She'll talk to them. Didn't you say somebody else was becoming like that too with the bees or something?
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. Yeah, that's Kate.
They just and she's Snow White.
Okay, Snow White. Okay, the original or Rachel Zegler.
I'm not sure. I just know she's like a Disney princess. And all the animals come to her. You can pick almost any Disney princess.
Disney princess.
They do. All the animals love Kate. They come to her. They talk to her. She's got lizards at her house. I legit, like, wild lizards have walked into her, like, little patio, and she feeds them. They come to her. Like, legit. It's wild. Just little lizards, It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's Snow fucking White. Whatever. My bad. Snow fucking White. Whichever one, Kate. God damn it. She's. Don't make me start, Kate. I'm gonna start calling you Bougie again.
Bougie?
She is.
Not on. Good old Bougie.
And not a bad way though.
Mm.
In like the great way. Because look, she's got high standards. Okay. She's got a. I didn't get to make it this summer, but I've got to crack into her safe because she can't. Or did you? Did you ever get into your safe, Kate? Because if I get into it, I get the diamonds.
Diamonds.
Allegedly. It's probably like, fake jewelry. Watch. If I say that, she's going to come after me now. She's going to be like, no, it's real. It's legit.
Are diamonds really forever?
They are in Kate's safe because you ain't ever getting in that bitch.
Oh, okay.
She can't get into it. See? No, she totally got into it. Oh, God. I've got to go make it to Kate just so I can help her break her safe.
Yeah.
Yes, see? Vic, yes, diamonds are forever.
Awesome.
What was it? I even saw a clip. It was like a Marilyn Monroe clip, and she was like, the guy was giving her a kiss, and she was like, well, a kiss may be nice, but diamonds, they last forever.
Right on.
Yeah, that's right. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. See? That's the way to a lady's heart. It's diamonds.
Right on.
I know. You gotta, Kate, you should know how to turn the knob.
Well, getting back to like with my book though, we wanted to make getting back to talking about like Disney princesses. I wanted to have cool female characters in the book. You've got like the masculine characters in the book. You got cool female characters in the book that are women. They're not like girl bosses. They are actually women. I wanted to make them look good and like Jim Lee X-Men style.
Right.
I didn't want to do like the whole Marvel Comics and butch them up type deal. None of that was going to happen here in this book. Trust me. The women look good in the book. The women are women, and they look good and they act like women.
Nice.
Yes. And the men are still bosses.
Yes,
I don't know.
Still alpha males.
Yes. Yes, you have some alpha males in the book. Yes.
I'm going to post that link again for you guys to go check it out. And you said it'll be launched in about a month?
Yes. I think we're launching September 1st. Nice.
And that is the site for you to go and sign up to get your copy. And you said you have some trading cards as well to go look up and check out.
Yeah, we're going to do some trading cards. I wanted to develop a card game to go along with the book as well.
Okay.
So I'm still working on that, but we're definitely going to have trading cards. I'm hoping to do a cosplay card, perhaps. I was hoping she would jump in here tonight. There's a cosplay, a model who does cosplay named Madam. She used to go by Madam Blaster. She does not go by Madam Blaster anymore. She don't like the blaster part. I don't know why. But she just goes by Madam now. She does cosplay, and she's done a model of Joan of Arc for us. That will be the cover B of this book. And I'm hoping to. I'm going to talk to her. I'm hoping to do actually a trading card with her as Joan.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And I'm actually in talks with. I'm trying to get somebody else to cosplay Madam Bomb, and I'm hoping she'll do it. I don't know if she will do it. She thought about doing it. I'm hoping she does. That will be a nice cosplay card too, if we get that done. So I'm hoping. I know Jen says she wants to cosplay as Killer Nun. That'd be awesome. Yeah, Killer Nun's a cool character. Lots of characters in this book. Lots. There's one actually not on the cover called Battle Axe Girl. She's in the trailer. You see her. She's actually not on the cover. Yeah, Steven was asking me about the cover. I'm like, fit as much as you can in this cover.
Right, and you did actually. You got quite a bit. They all packed quite a bit in the cover.
Yeah,
of all the
pack
characters.
this cover out. Pack it out. Put everything in the cover.
Right. And you
let's just get the whole story away in the cover. Let's do it.
Right. I mean, you pretty much packed it with just about everything that you've talked about is pretty much, like you said, the story. So minus a few. So you definitely have it packed.
The middle of the book takes you'll be surprised what happens in the middle of this book. It's pretty wild. I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of the way Steven drew it.
No, it looks good, man.
The middle of the book is pretty wild. You get to the character, the Bad Moon, actually has to go to New Hollywood in the book. And when he goes to New Hollywood, a lot of strange, weird stuff happens.
Hollywood is a strange place, whether it be California or Georgia.
Yes. A lot of weird stuff happens when the Bad Moon goes to New Hollywood. Yeah.
Uh-oh. You have to read to find out what that is.
Yes.
If you want to know more, please sign up for your copy. But it does. It's the fact that you've tied in a lot of actual, I would say like real life lore to it, even though you've taken your own liberties with it. But the fact that is tied into there is a nice little touch, because that gives people as far as like a fandom. Because I know, even though I'm not like a major like reader of books in general, as far as just media, I do like something that ties in to things that you can also kind of explore on your own. Like you have your world, but then we're like, oh man, it kind of makes you say, oh, well, what is this actually about? And then the fact that it ties in all these different mythologies or lores is kind of fun, because it gives you some for your viewers or your readers to dive into a little history, go down some rabbit holes, and that's always fun.
Yes. Well, yeah. So eventually, where this story is going to end up is, I can't. Anthony will be mad at me. I can't tell you.
We almost got it out of him. He almost slipped up, folks. Can he get himself in trouble? You could do it here. Shh, nobody tell Anthony.
Well. So the Anunnaki, they're trying to raise a certain god from a certain portal. And that's their ultimate goal. Everyone in this book has goals. Bad Moon has goals, whether he realizes or not, whether it's him, because he believes that he's suffering from the Mandela effect.
And is this god like because now you're making me want to guess a god.
There are gods, yes. Some gods walk around this earth. I will tell you, the gods,
are they like gods in the sense, like, I want to say like you completely made them up, or similar like the Joan of Arc character?
No, like the god that will be walking around. You'll see statues of the god in this book. There's a Canaanite god called Moloch.
Okay.
And Moloch will be walking around the second issue.
Oh, so we'll have some ancient gods and stuff in here.
This is their utopia. This is what they wanted. This is their world. This is from the ashes of the old, the new. This is, you will own nothing, have nothing, and be happy. This is their world. They got it. And in this world, old gods walk around. Yeah, it's pretty
nice.
Yeah, the old god. One, it's a new world order. It's a new time.
Mm-hmm.
One religion, one government.
Right. Okay.
One currency. Like I said, you have to have a chip and a mark to live in cities.
Which, when you guys are launching this on the cuffs of sort of, some of these things are very talked about right now, right? So it's a good book to read if you are into the sort of social or lore things that people have been bringing up a lot on social media, or just, everybody's been talking, like, just with social media, we talk about a lot of things now that they can't kind of keep under wraps anymore. They can't control the population in the way they want to, but what you've kind of described in your book, it does sound like a lot of the things that we're all talking about, and you're getting to kind of show what that world would look like if given what these people would really want.
Yeah, you get it, and like I said, so I don't know if anybody in the chat was around. So if you go back on the spaceship, I think some people might have missed it.
Yeah, let me I'll bring back up the images.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, back one more.
Just John. Well, yeah. So that's a Queen SJW warship. Yeah, and it was some. So, like I said, it was a artist error. We didn't purposely make it look like a fat lady with blue hair. That was an accident. It just happened by accident. But they're Queen SJW warships, and they're called Queen just because they're big. So you have an alpha, and that's why it's called a Queen SJW.
And were there any other ships?
Yes, there'll be other ships later on, but that is a Queen.
Okay.
And so out of the hatch, like I was saying, out of the ejectile.
Yeah, out of the back of the ship.
Out of the ejectile part of the bottom of the ship will fly the soy.
Mm-hmm.
The soy flies out of that, which are systemic oppression yielders.
And that was robots. These guys down here.
Yes, they fly out of the bottom ejectile portion of the Queen SJW.
Mm-hmm.
And they enforce, they battle systemic oppression. They're systemic oppression yielders, are what they consider to be, as a part of the rules of the New World Order, what they consider to be systemic oppression. If there's like a tribe outside of a city and they have a flag, that would be a part of it. You are a colonizer. You are you have national pride in the old ways, and they would take you and put you in a re-education camp.
Right. Yes, they seem like fun, joyous creatures. No, they're not. That tracks. I mean, you got to follow the New World Order.
Well, I didn't mean for it to say. So Anthony had this. And I didn't mean for this to happen, but it says soy. And it's like, well, there are things called soy boys. It's like, what? Huh? I didn't know. I had no idea. And so I know they're systemic oppression yielders. And then he told me about the soy. I was like, oh, that's too late to change it. I've already done it. I've already wrote it.
It is what it is. It's there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they're systemic oppression yielders.
Mm. So yeah, like I said, you got a lot going on for sure. As far as each character seems like you've put a lot into their kind of their background and their bios and sort of where they're headed. They've got good character arcs, at least you've established them. Particularly some of them seem like that. Well, actually all of them. They got some pretty good backstories to sort of build on. So that's always good. And art's looking pretty good. And we already got some folks who are digging the Nun and Miss Joan of Arc here. So we're going to have to definitely.
Joan of Arc is a great character in this book. You're going to love Joan of Arc. You're going to love her. If you don't already, because she's historically a phenomenal figure in history. But she's also the fictitious Joan of Arc that we created for this book is awesome. You're going to love her. You're going to love the montage page over. We did a couple of montage pages of her as well.
Nice.
That shows her history and where she's been. And, she's been on the earth for hundreds of years now. And like I said, as long as she's near that sickle and can recharge, she stays alive.
Nice.
She doesn't understand what's going on with her and why she's still here. She just realizes she has more to do, more going on. Bad Moon is a conflicted character too, because his origins are pagan in origin, because he comes from Druid knights, like I said, that Merlin knighted and made and gave certain powers to, and that's his lineage, that's his bloodline. And he has certain abilities, and he's sensitive to stuff like the occult and paranormal stuff. And he's sensitive to all that. At the same time, angels visit him and give him weapons. So there's some what you call some maybe some conflicts there.
Right. A little bit. Just a little.
There may be some conflicts there.
Mm-hmm. And you got your main general here to enforce.
That's Church Boy.
Oh, I meant this guy right here. I'm sorry. My cursor I'm on my StreamYards and not my
Yes.
my thing, so I messed up. But yeah, no, this guy right here, your
Yeah,
main bad general to
he's a
control them
bad man.
all.
Yeah, he does some bad stuff in this book. Yes, he has a complex, or maybe not. You have to just see what
To read about him, see what happens with him.
he gives the orders. Everybody does what he says.
And all right, and then we had the lizard folks, and I forgot. Are
Anunnaki.
they working with
Yes,
the bad guys? They're kind of all in
yes, they are the
together.
same
Okay.
empire. Yeah, the lizard soldiers, the soy bots, General and Knight, they are the same people.
Right.
And then also within this world, you have like New Hollywood, which is so the Anunnaki run everything. They're the big gods. The lizard people run the New World Order.
Okay.
And so the soy bots are the enforcer. They have the lizard soldiers, which are the enforcers too.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like the grunts. Those would be the lizard soldiers would be like the military. The soy bots would be kind of like the police.
Okay.
And so they enforce the laws of the new land.
Right.
And
The New World Order.
yeah, the lizard people. So I have a thought. What happened to my thought? But the soy bots are pretty disturbing to me. Kind of scary. Yeah.
Well, I mean, both the lizards and the soy bots. I don't want either one of them knocking on my door.
No, that would not be good. Church Boy's a cool character because he has when I ain't gonna give it away, but when you see his weapons in the book, it's not funny. None of this is supposed to be funny. So I don't want anybody to laugh at. Even the soy bots coming out of the rear hatch of the female, the SJW warship. That's not meant to be funny. You may think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. But if you laugh, I won't be mad at you.
Well, I told you it was the phrasing. You got to work on the phrasing. It makes it funny. Because in the book, I'm sure it's not going to be phrased like that.
Yeah. Well, you see Church Boy's weapons. It's kind of funny when you see his what he uses to fight the New World Order, and it's kind of it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Well, I'm trying to look. 'Cause I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to guess just off of his image. He's got some stuff going around his arms. Kind of. I can't tell if it looks like a chain.
Yeah, so he has stigmata powers too, which is the same reason he was raised by a robot priest. Killer Nun was raised by a robot priest, as was Church Boy. Both of them were raised by a robot priest. And, and she has stigmata powers. She has the Hellfire wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he looks like he's got a chain, and then I'm thinking that I couldn't tell if the books were for him or for the nun, but he's definitely got a chain that looks like he's about to wrap it around somebody.
Well, some people might need the good book to be,
Okay.
This is not a religious book, though. This is not at all.
Okay.
But those are two characters that were, and they are what they are. They're pretty cool characters, Kind of like Matt Murdock, is a Catholic. They are what they are. But this book deals with some wild stuff. Mandela effect, CERN. CERN's a creepy thing.
It's definitely creepy if you read into it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the things where they tied into the Mandela effect or why we have the Mandela effect, what they're doing there. People saying like our future is people in the future are sort of trying to stop whatever they're doing. They're sending things in or doing things in order to mess up things that are happening. So it's definitely in our world alone, when you talk about those things, it's pretty wild of a rabbit hole to dive into.
Well, so it's also the rabbit hole, like the world actually was supposed to end in 2012, but it didn't because they used CERN and collapsed the parallel universe on top of this one. And that's the reason everybody's insane right now, because their natural destiny pattern was altered. That's a theory. we may go in and out to that. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, just had something going on in my background. It is weekend, so my family is still around, kiddo and all. Apologies.
No apologies at all. This has been an awesome show. Jen the teacher is laughing. Yeah, she thinks it's funny.
I don't know which part. She might have been laughing at something I said. I'm not
like
sure.
Watching Joe Rogan. Oh, that's a compliment, sir. Thank you. I love Joe.
Well,
Rogan.
I mean, if I had more weed, it would be more like Joe Rogan.
The world ended in 2020.
What's up, Chris?
We're in an alternate timeline.
Yes,
Really?
that is it. We might be. You never know.
Oh man!
Did I hear the word week? Hey, what's up? What's up, Billy? What's
Chris,
up, Scarlett?
what's going
Hey,
on, my man? How are you, sir?
Pretty good. I forgot this stream was happening so early. So
No
I'm just kind of.
and like I told you, Chris, I sent you the link. I was like, man, whenever you can hop on, if you can, it's no worries. We're just hanging out.
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, congrats, Billy. Maybe I'm late to the party. When is this crowd? It's not crowdfunding now, is it?
I think we're going to start September 1st. We're going to start funding. You can sign up now to get trading cards and special perks that we're going to offer.
Gotcha.
We're going to do trading cards. I believe comic books should come with trading cards, especially if they're crowdfunded. So
yeah, man, it's a nice little perk. Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool, man.
Would you like anything you want to know about the book, Chris?
I didn't really get to hear most of the pitch, so I don't want to derail either. I can always go back and look at the trailer. I did see the link, so I can go back and check that out. But yeah, I don't want to derail too bad. But I did hear some of it because I was trying to get my mic to work. Apparently, my Bluetooth headset doesn't work when I try to plug it in. The mic doesn't work. So, God damn it.
So I have a friend that's a YouTuber, and he's a big DC guy, and nothing wrong with that. I like DC too. But we were talking about the book, and he was laughing at it, and it kind of hurt my feelings because it's not meant to be funny. So I was telling him about the spaceships, and so he pointed something out to me that I really we did not meant to do. But the spaceship looks like a fat woman with blue hair. And we didn't mean to do it as an accident. Yes, that was an accident. We didn't mean for that to happen. It just happened. And so, the robots in it are there's kind of like the police force of the New World Order, Chris.
Gotcha.
They're called systemic oppression yielders. And what the systemic oppression yielders do is they fly out the rear ejectile rectum of the ship.
Oh.
So they fly out the rear ejectile rectum of the Queen SJW ship.
Is that supposed to be Renfamous? I'm kidding.
No, I don't know who that is.
That's all right. You're probably better off not knowing who that is.
I don't know who that is. But they fly out. The soy bots fly out of it, and I didn't know that So that was also an accident. They're soy bots because they're supposed to be systemic oppression yielders. What they consider to be systemic oppression, they enforce.
Gotcha.
And I didn't know. It's like, well, Anthony told me, he's like, this smells soy, right? Like, I didn't think about that. And then it's like, well, he's like, soy boys. I'm like, soy. What are soy boys? Then he showed me soy boys. Like, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I only brought up Renfamous because she's she is a famous SJW anti-comics person. So yeah, from back in the day.
Well, I don't know who I never liked this book though.
They had blue hair. Well, the blue hair is what got me because they wear a blue-haired wig.
So I don't know who these people are, but they are crazy leftists. They will definitely like this book because this is their utopia. They get their utopia. This is it.
Excellent.
Yeah, they get it in this book.
Cool. That's cool, man. Well, I'm glad you're going to be funding it in a little less than a month.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about it. Stephen Brown of Bowcat Studios did the art.
Oh yeah, Stephen B. Yep, I know Stephen.
Stephen B. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
What a lot of people don't know is, on top of being a great artist, is that Stephen B. also has a terrific singing voice.
I was gonna say, yeah, I remember those open mic nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. let me see. So do you have like do you know when you're going to be like I know these are flexible dates, but do you know when you're going to be looking to ship it or I'm assuming you're going to want to campaign for a little while, but
Well, the book's done. That was one thing that me and Steven talked about is because I try to stay out of the drama of everything that goes around in certain communities that we're surrounded by. Because I don't. I'm just going to make stuff. Whether or not my book does good or not. If it does, it does. I'm going to not stop making stuff. I'm going to continue to make stuff. I'm working on some other stuff too. I'm going to make. I was pretty messed up. I was raised in a doomsday cult as a kid, and showing a bunch of images. So I've got a lot of stuff in me. I got to get out. I can't keep it in. It has to come out some kind of way. But the one thing me and Steven talked about was before this book goes to funding, it's going to be done. This book is done. The art's done. The panels are done. Everything is done. The lettering is getting done as we speak.
mm-hmm. That's good, man. I mean, it's a good approach. I mean, if you can do that and you're able to do that, it's always a good thing. Yeah, because you know how it goes with people and late books. Where's my book? You know how it goes.
Well, this book's done, so you won't have to wait. This book's done. They'll get it soon. They'll get cards. So like I got a book. I won't say who from a creator, pretty famous creator. That will probably, look down on me, this little guy, as I am, even though I was sent to the PowerMax and reborn. That's not something everybody can do, but this creator would probably look down on me. But he sent me a book and no trading cards. What the hell? How can you send a book out, crowdfunder, and not give a trading card? I don't understand. My book's going to have trading cards. You're going to have trading cards falling out of the cardboard. In fact, if I can get away from them to like when you open it up and the trading cards just go everywhere, that's what I want to happen. I don't want nobody to get a paper cut though, so that's what I got to be careful of. But I want it to open up and the cards to go everywhere. Like, oh my God, what's going on? That's what I want to happen when you open this book up.
Well, I gotta say it's a good thing. I mean, regardless of how good or bad this initial campaign does, the fact that you have it pretty much finished and you're going to get it out there, that on its own right will lend credibility. So other people will see that, because that's the biggest thing with a lot of creators. They come out with a campaign or a project and it takes so long that, it almost turns people off. Like, well, this guy, we're going to back this book. We're not going to get it for 3, 4, 5 years. So I don't know, know if I'm going to bother to do it. But, regardless of how good or bad or successful you judge the campaign to go, the fact that you get it out there and get it going proves your credibility that, yeah, you can put something out and you're worth backing. Or even like if you do another campaign, you could do a catch-up tier. I don't know if, you know what I mean? Like you could maybe, if people missed the first book necessarily, but they found that you delivered, they hear about it, they like it, they can maybe go, oh, well, I missed the first book, but you're doing the second book. Do you plan on doing a series of books? That's my next question.
So what, well, as a lot of people know, Dark Gift has been restructuring kind of the way he is doing things for the better. He's kind of trying to get away from the drama and all that. And so we're kind of building a connective universe with Doc's stuff and what we've got going on. And the best thing that I think Dark Gift, and he will tell you this himself, is that he hired Doc Blaylock. Doc Blaylock is now the editor of Dark Gift Comics.
Yeah, Doc's a good dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And so so what Doc has done is kind of taken control of a lot of stuff. Which has been great because there was one thing that me and Anthony were actually going back and forth on that I was like, no, this has to happen. It has to be this way. And like he was like, I don't really. Let's do this. I'm like, no. And I was like, no, the soy bots will fly out of the rear rectum of the Queen SJW ship. That's what's going to happen. The soy bots will fly out of the rear rectum of the spaceship. That has to happen. And like he didn't like it, but Doc agreed with me. Doc was like, "Yeah, it's got to happen." So now it's happening.
Yeah, no, I like the title. I think the it's a good title. You know what I mean? That you chose to go with. So yeah, no, man. I mean, power to you, man. It's good you're getting things together and looking to launch this. And I wish you good luck. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and look at I don't know if you guys played the trailer, but I'm gonna go back and look at it afterwards. So.
Oh, Scarlet played again.
Yeah, I just have to bring back the site.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Let me see. Bring it back. No, I can't get it to go full screen because it will not allow me to, and I don't know all the tricks to make my screen pop better. But we do have it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, a lot of looks like a lot of action, action packed stuff going on there.
Oh yeah, that was another thing too. So there's a lot of story and there's a lot of words, but we don't just like put words for words. That was like one of my things that drive me nuts about modern comics is you just open up and words, and nothing happens.
Right.
There's dialogue in here, a lot of things that are said, but you're gonna get a lot of action in this book.
The action you want the action to define it more than just like you said, just like people spouting a bunch of dialogue. You need dialogue obviously and stuff like that, but you want the picture to tell the story. I think a little bit more, right? Or combined. Yeah.
Well, you get a lot of action in it. Action is very important in a book. A story where nothing happens it's okay because Jen was saying she just saw the chick, and yes, Jen just saw Battle Axe Girl. Jen, you're gonna like Battle Axe Girl. She's a cool chick.
Yeah.
Battle Axe Girl is pretty awesome.
So, like for this first one, is it kind of like I know what you said you're going to be doing other books in the series, but is it kind of like a self-contained type of story, like where you could, you know what I mean, or is it going to end like? Well, I mean, there's going to be a cliffhanger, I guess, to some extent, but like, is it going to be kind of like tied up somewhat each volume, that kind of thing, or?
So this arc, I'm working on a free book that's not tied. That's takes place before this that I want to do. It's going to be a mixture of some stuff I'm going to try out, and I'm going to put it on YouTube on my channel, and that's going to be a free book. I'm just going to give away to watch. It's going to be like a motion comic. I don't know how long it'll take me to get that together, but for this story that we're doing, this is going to be at least 3 issue arcs that are tied to this story. Each one's going to be even though they're tied together, you're going to get like a self-contained story within each book.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So what's going to happen in this book will lead in to the next book, and what will happen in that book will lead into the next book. But you're going to get a full story.
No, that's cool. Yeah. No, yeah.
You need to write it that way. Because I really want, because with crowdfunding, you got to get. I really wanted people who back this book to get their money's worth and to get something that I think they would like and at least be entertained by. And so that was important to me, that you didn't just get. There's going to be some subplots that will be cliffhangers, but you will get a self-contained story within this book.
Right. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. I think that's a good way to do it. Obviously, it's like they say, you want to leave them wanting more, so you don't want to give it all away, but at the same time, you have to wrap up some loose ends or kind of tie together, threads within the story, or that issue itself or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I've already talked to so I've already got the next. I'm working on issue 2 now, and I'm working on issue 3. I know what's going to happen in all of them. So I just got to iron out the details. You're going to see gods walking on Earth. from various religions, because this is a hell on earth.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like I said, yeah, it's been 3 years. It's been years since World War III. So I'm assuming this is set in the future type thing.
What has happened is World War III happened. We won. We won World War III. We celebrated winning. We beat them. We beat all of our enemies. We beat them.
Woo! Yeah.
And a few days later, an alien invasion happened.
Sweet. Like they were almost watching.
And you learned that the people that were running stuff, our enemies, were controlled by lizard people.
Oh, really? Oh,
so
okay.
World War III happens. An alien invasion happens, and the Earth reshifting happens. So a lot of bad stuff has happened.
That's a wild it's a wild landscape to start the story on. Yeah.
And there's going to actually be on the inside cover, we're talking about this. There's going to be a map of what the Earth looks like now, what the land on the Earth looks, because there's a reshift. Like the United States, like a lot of the West Coast is gone now. Florida's gone. A lot of North is gone. It's just a complete hell on Earth now. Unless you live in a city, you might like it. If you're one of them people, you might like the utopia. If you got the chip and you got the mark, you might like the utopia you live in a major city. It might be your kind of cup of tea, but for a lot of people, it's hell on earth.
So you're kind of dealing with the remnants of what was left from the previous World War, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Almost post-apocalyptic, and then you have an alien invasion.
Well, we thought we had won.
Right.
And we celebrated for a few days, and then some bad stuff happened.
It was good while it lasted, right?
Yes. Yeah, we thought Killer Nun's a great character. I love Killer. I think Jen was talking about she wants to cosplay as Killer Nun. I'd like to see that. Killer Nun has hellfire wings.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, good characters definitely can help make or break the story too. Yeah. And,
And we're going to have a bio log in there. It's very important to have a bio log that we're going to have of each character and who they are. And we're going to talk a little bit. I didn't want to do an origin story because I just could not do. I can do an origin story. I can make it entertaining, but you start to say that, people go, oh.
You can always go back and do one later.
So you're not. So you stuff has already happened. You're getting into some wild stuff within this book,
right? You can always go back and do an origin story too after the fact.
But that's
if you
also
wanted.
Too. Yeah, you're right, and we are. But that's also too why I want a bio page.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bad Moon is a conflicted character because his origins are Celtic. There goes back to the Druids. Halloween is Druid. A lot of people don't know that. And so Halloween's the Day of the Dead, where the dead come back to Earth. And so basically they unleashed an evil that could not be contained. So Merlin had to get some of the bravest and toughest men, and he made them knights, and he called them Bad Moons.
Gotcha.
And that's his lineage. That's where he comes from. And he's conflicted because, it's his lineage is pagan in origin, but yet he may or may not see an angel come down and give him weapons. So he's a conflicted character.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of different elements. You got the alien, sci-fi, almost, I don't want to say supernatural, but like action. Like there's a few, you're kind of combining a few different genres into this too. Drama, suspense, I'm assuming, and all that,
Yeah. A lot of there's some backstories that a lot of the characters have together. Like a lot of these characters know one another. There were big guns. There were the big alpha characters, the A-list superheroes. And unfortunately, they all were, the A-listers were taken out during World War III and the alien invasion. So you're left with other characters. You're left with the others, except Joan of Arc. I will tell you, the one thing I will give away is that Madame Bomb right there is close to being an A-lister. Joan of Arc is definitely an A-lister.
Gotcha.
The others are they're
So yeah, you've got some historical elements in there too.
they're
Yeah.
the ones help is coming. You may not get the big blue guy in the sky, but help is coming.
Got the cavalry. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, man. Sounds pretty interesting, actually. Yeah, I'm liking it. I didn't know too much about it beforehand, like I said, but I remembered you saying you were going to be getting something together and you were putting a project together, but I wasn't really sure exactly what it was. So it sounds pretty cool, man. I'm digging it. Stephen B's a good guy too, so it seems like you got your chips in place. So
I love Stephen Brown, man. Me and Stephen Brown worked so good together. So any insane idea I had, Stephen Brown just understood it, and it's like, that's pretty crazy, and Billy, I think that's disturbing. I'm like, Stephen, just go wild. He's like, okay, and so he I would tell him, and he would get it. He would understand. I was like, this is what it should look like, Stephen. This is what I want. This is the insane idea I had in my head, and he would do it. And then he would show it to me. He's like, "This is what you." I was like, "That's exactly what I wanted." Like I'm telling you, it was like phenomenal to work with him. Me and him had fun working on this book. There was fun working on there. And I wrote it at a weird time too. In my life, I wrote this book going through some stuff, and like I said, listening late at night, writing it. Thinking about certain people that have come in and out of my life, and listening to Ozzy Osbourne, and and writing this book. I listened to a lot of, I ain't gonna lie, I listened to a lot of Ozzy when I wrote this book. A lot of Ozzy, because I listen to music when I write. I can't help it. I was listening to a lot of Ozzy Osbourne when I wrote this book.
Or was it more of his solo stuff, or a little bit of Sabbath too?
The two influential songs that I listened to from Ozzy when I wrote this were "Patient Number 9" and "See You on the Other Side."
Oh, gotcha. All right, yeah. It's funny how music can inspire you to do and think different things, and kind of influence the way you kind of, stylistically.
As I was telling Scarlett, and one thing I didn't realize, because I wrote this book 2 years ago, got it mine, and I've been writing other stuff since. I guess it's, we don't, not a big corporation like one of the big, we're not a corporate comic book company. So the funny thing about this is that other people are now working on it, like Doc Blaylock's working on lettering. Steven actually went and redid some artwork, and I got some people that are drawing stuff for me for this. And I wrote this book 2 years ago.
Yeah, you've had the story down.
Yeah, it's like I got to go back and remember, because I'm working on other stuff now, other stuff connected to this. But this story I wrote 2 years ago, and so I got to go back and remember. Like, I don't remember. Give me a second. And then, oh yeah. That's what we're on. Yeah, let's do that. And so, but as I was telling Scarlett though, I grew up in a doomsday cult, and I've talked about this before. And like I said, the leaders of this cult kept us in line by showing us horrific images of destruction and mayhem. And they would tell us, like, if you don't listen to us, this is what God's going to do to you. This is going to be one of you. This is going to be you. This is what's going to happen to you. You got to do everything we say. And that's kind of what I grew up in. And so, like, it's kind of funny because the leaders of the cult made you paranoid of everything.
I mean, I can only imagine. Yeah, right.
But at the same time, they showed you occult images constantly.
Well, yeah. That's almost more interesting too. Like, did you break? I'm assuming you broke away from it, right?
Yes.
Like, and how did that come about? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I just grew up and just said, I'm not going to do this no more.
Right.
I read a lot of stuff. I grew up, my parents stayed in, and I grew up and went out. So some people that have been in this cult are still brainwashed and still have trauma. I do not. there is an influential philosopher named Stuart Wilde that changed my life. And I read like every book he got. Almost. I'm not going to say because he wrote some books I have not read. I've almost read every book he's ever written. And it helped me self-actualize outside of the cult.
Mm-hmm.
And like I no longer have hang-ups from it. Or I've known some people that I grew up with that have hang-ups still and trauma, and like I don't. And I talk to them, and I try to counsel them. Like I don't have hang-ups from the from it because I literally self-actualized out of it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so did you grow up your whole life in it, or was it something that was introduced to you?
I got out when I became an older teenager. I got out.
Gotcha.
I got out when I was old enough, and I didn't have to because basically, if you're not, when you get older, you want certain things, like you want a car, to pay for stuff, you got to go to work, you got to work jobs, and when I started working jobs, I started breaking away a little bit. I started getting away because the cult that I was in is very self-contained. You can't associate with people outside of it, and you can't meet, you can't hang. Sometimes you have to interact with people because you have to in the real world, but you can't associate with them. And so basically my needing stuff because my parents were unable to give it to me. I had to go afford it and get it myself because I had to work. That's kind of was like a gateway into getting out.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah. You got to earn it, right? And the only way to do that is to step outside, right? Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because there was actually, because the funny thing is that there was rich people in this cult. My family was not rich, not at all. We were very poor. The interesting thing about it was we had a conversation one day, and they basically told me hey, you're gonna have to feed yourself.
Right.
What? Huh? Yeah, you're gonna have to feed yourself. We can't. We're barely struggling for food ourselves. And I was like, okay. So I went to work and I did it, and that was kind of like how I had to go and make my own way.
Right.
And
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know how everyday life would be growing up like that, but like you said, there seemed to be a social or economic class within that, right? So I was just curious to see how that all worked out, because how it is when people talk about that kind of stuff. It's like they don't know if it's just one big group and everybody it's almost like a socialist type of thing where everybody spreads everything out, or if everybody's just in their own boat and they have their own belief, they share that common belief. You know what I mean? I'm just not, from somebody who hasn't, lived in it, or, just kind of curious to see how that worked, but it seems like there's some sort of economic structure within the group, right?
Yeah, that there was a hierarchy in it.
Yeah.
The leaders in it, and you had to listen and do what is, and that they would shame. That they would actually, shame. That was kind of like the deal. It was pretty disturbing, actually. It was.
So what do you think? Yeah, what do you think the group was born out? Was it born out of just? Well, I don't want to say. I'm not trying to downplay it, but was it born out of paranoia? They were paranoid about the outside world.
Yeah, they keep you paranoid. That's how they fear.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I've got something I have to deal with. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the stream, but thank you guys for joining. I will try to do this again real soon for you, Billy, but I do have to go take care of a few things. So I will be back, and I thank everyone for joining us. But yeah, I'm so sorry about this, but I do have to wrap up, and hope everyone has an awesome night, and we will be back sometime real soon. So thank everyone, and thank you, Billy and Chris, and we will be back, like I said.
All right, good luck, Billy. Thanks for having me on. So I'll see you chat. Have a good night. Yeah, you too,
everybody. Have a great night.
Yes.
Later.
Paint me a scene, city in color, the way that you see, the way you see it. Don't you wish that I could give you you everything. 1, 2, 3, and my heart is racing. Can't fall asleep, I got my mind in a throw. Weightless, floating through the day. Trust that I'll be okay. I'm happy alone, but I let it go. Waiting for you. Wait until you realize. Waiting for you. Wait until you realize. If you wanna run ahead, I'll meet you where the water meets the earth we cling to. If you wanna find the edge, I'll come too. I could run around this world all day with you. I could show you this world.